Hello everyone. I'd like to take a few minutes to go over some of the features on Canvas and also on Cengage Now, which is a platform we're going to be using to complete a lot of your assignments. Okay. Um, Assuming that some of you guys are not familiar with Canvas or this is the first time you're using it, I'm going to walk you through some basic features and show you exactly how the course is set up. Okay, on the home page of our Canvas course, you'll have these 5 buttons here: course orientation, syllabus, announcements, weekly modules, and help and support. So take some time to just kind of go through each one of them and get familiar with what information's on here. Under the course orientation, this gives you an overview of, of the course, and this would be all the information here. One of the most important areas, okay, is going to be, the textbook and course material, what book we're using, the course syllabus as well, and then also the Cengage Now registration. So make sure you register in Cengage Now. You'll have access to the homework and the ebook during a free trial period. After the trial period ends, you'll find that you'll have to purchase the access code or the other options that are available. Down below here, you'll have an introduction, a video, a discussion board where you're going to introduce yourself, and then from chapter to chapter, I'm breaking and giving you a weekly overview, some PowerPoint slides, some videos, short videos that explain certain concepts, and then there's 3 activities. Now, the activities here, these 3 here, are on Cengage Now. Okay, and again, to access these, you have to, again, register on Cengage first. This Learn activity is not a graded activity. It doesn't count against you if you miss it. Okay, but it gives you a good overview of the chapter, just in case you don't have time to read the chapter initially. It offers a quiz. It's really called a pretest, and then it allows you to go back and go into those areas where you didn't do well. Now, obviously, if you didn't read the chapter, you're probably not going to do well on the pretest. You can take that as many times as you like and improve your score. However, again, it is not graded. Okay. Now, the warm-up exercises are selected problems for the chapter, and then finally you have a quiz that covers a lot of the materials that was covered in the chapter as well. So that's kind of how it's broken down on Cengage Now, and I'll show you how it looks. And so you'll have one for chapter 2, one for chapter 3, and so forth. Okay. Now, Cengage Now, after you register, right, you'll have a place for assignments, right? And all your assignments will be listed here. Now, one of the things I want you to notice is right now it has a view option of assignments I can take now. Okay. These are the ones that are required. These are the ones that are not past due, right? So as you scroll down, this is everything pretty much that is required for each chapter. Okay. Now, if I click on all assignments, okay, this is everything that I've posted, which includes this Learn activity. Okay, again, this is just a practice activity, it does not count. What is required are these 2. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you want to see all the practice and required assignments, select under Show Me all assignments. Okay, if you take assignments I can take now, this shows you everything that's required. And on this tab here, or this link here, it'll show you just what you can practice. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Whenever you complete one of these chapter assignments, these grades will be posted in your gradebook here. Okay, so they're not gonna be flowing into your Canvas gradebook. I'll do that towards the end of the semester. So primarily your main grade is going to be reflected on the Canvas gradebook. The only thing that's not going to be in this gradebook is going to be your discussion board posts. Okay, so your points for that will be on Canvas. But again, 90% of your grade here, of your course activities, will be on Cengage. Okay. Now, a couple things here. When you get to, let's say, one of the warm-up exercises, right? It tells you, how many times you can take it, and this for these exercises, you're not limited to how many times you can take these, but the quizzes you are. couple things to point out. On the left side, okay, are all the different exercises. Okay. So there's 7 different exercises, 7 different problems. You have access to the ebook. This takes you to the learning objective for this question. Okay. Now some of these questions have videos. So if you go to the video, it shows you, I'll give you in this case a practice exercise, and I'll walk you through kind of a similar problem to this to help introduce this concept and help show you how this is completed. Okay. So you have these 2 features, the ebook and the video. So keep that in mind. You also have, for some of these exercises, you have the ability to print this out if you prefer. Okay. So I'm going to close out of here. Okay. Now, before I close, when you're finished with all these assignments, right, all these exercises, and you're ready to turn it in, this is when you press the submit assignment for grading. Okay. If you don't want to submit it yet, just click on save and exit. Okay. So I'm going to do that. And going back to the list of assignments, for the Chapter 1 Learn exercises or activities, right? So again, it says practice, it's not graded. This is what it looks like. Okay. So they give you an assessment. It's assuming that you've reviewed the book, or reviewed the chapter, I should say. Okay. But if you didn't, don't worry about it. And so there's a series of questions that you can answer. Okay. Again, if you get these wrong, it's not gonna go against you. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and just, let's assume I answered a number of these. Okay. So I'll go through these here. Okay. Let's say I'm done. Okay. And so I'm gonna go ahead and click I'm done. And ask me, are you sure you want to submit your answers? And yes, I say I'm done. And so I go ahead and do that, and it actually gives me shows me how I performed. Okay. Now I'm not going to submit the assignment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, I'm going to try to improve my score. Okay. And so you're going to find in this area, it gives you a chance to get more help to review these objectives, and then you can quiz yourself again. And every time as you pass each one of these, it'll improve the score. So it's a way to measure your assessment, measure your understanding of the content in the chapter. So use this. I would recommend using this for practice purposes, maybe preparing for a quiz or an exam, things like that. Okay. Now once you're ready, you go ahead and submit it. Okay. But again, you can go back. You can come back later by just clicking on save and exit. Right. You also have this available under Study Tools in Cengage Now. So under Study Tools, you have this Adaptive Study Plan, and so you can click on that as well, or the Study Tools. All right. So going back to Canvas now, right? I'm going to go back to the home page. There you go. So once again, to get access to Cengage Now, you do have to register on Cengage, and there's a registration link here under Orientation. You're going to click on this, okay, and register. So once you do that, you'll have temporary access, right, during the free trial, and at that point you have to decide, whether you're going to buy the textbook and access code from the bookstore, or just access code or digital platform through Cengage Now. You have a few different options. The other option is to buy subscribe to the Cengage Unlimited, which gives you like a 4-month or a 12-month or a 2-year access to all their products. So if you plan to take some other business courses here, we use quite a few Cengage products. All right, that should be it. If you have any questions, just send me an email.